What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Getting to Know. Yes, it's been about 5 months since I've recorded one of these, so you know they're not coming thick and fast, but we'll see if we can change that. Yesterday, I sat down with the one and only BillChamber, Billington, Bilford, Bildo, whatever you want to call him. Had a good chat about streaming, about gaming, even about some external stuff like hobbies outside. I asked Bill before we did this to send me a few clips through, a good example of his channel, what he's like, what his stream is like. So these are some of the things he gave me, and straight after the clips you will see the interview. I hope you enjoy. Peace.
Hey. Fine, don't talk to me. I'm gonna suplex. Oh, no, I'm not. I thought I had time. It's fine, it was right after the thing anyway. Why would you get in front of the gun, you dummy? Hello, everyone in the world. Hello, all of you. In the internet. Oh god, I hear him. Where the fuck are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, good. Yeah, get stuck. Yeah! Oh, Jesus Christ! Fuck me! Fuck, nope, 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 shit! If you're reading this, go kill Quolus. Boogeyman's here, yeeting every bobby. Many bark bogey man's here. Helk! They're coming. Help me, mommy.
Hello, Bill. What's up, man? How's it going?
Oh, hi! Pleasure to see you here. Just fancy. I just wandered in.
You just appeared before me as a very small child. Ooh. Oh no!
And now I have a notepad in front of me. Just the height of professionalism. Hi, I'm a notepad.
I'll cut that. We're doing.
No, keep that in.
Fuck my life. This started already.
Magic.
I can't read my script because you're in the way. How much of you is in the way?
I'll move?
Alright, we're fine. I'm not going to cut this because, you know, people enjoy chaos.
Yeah.
Firstly, thank you for getting involved in this. I really appreciate
Sure.
it. I'm
happy to be your guinea pig.
Well, I had to grab you first because, I mean, I'd suggest it. You're probably one of the people I would watch most from WeStream, and you have like the most unique, crazy streams. And it just seemed like the most interesting person to start with. Everyone will enjoy seeing you, I think.
Oh, thank you. I kind of disagree with that. You have spin heads and burger faces and all that bullshit.
That only came about when I saw you.
Oh, did it? No, that can't be true.
You were just like the inspiration to just fuck it. We'll just go chaos. It's fine.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
So I'm shit at this. I'm not professional in any way. You know that about me. But
Well, you'll get better. We'll get better together.
well, yeah, that's it. I like to start it off just by asking what age roughly you got into gaming, and who was your influence?
Who was my influence? Well, I got into gaming at 4 because I didn't have there were like no kids in my neighborhood, and my mom was like, screw it, I'll buy him an NES. That was the first system I had, was a Nintendo, and it just went on from there. All of a sudden, my mom was like, "Oh, I'm seeing much less of my child now," and I just enjoyed being taken away in that world, and it just kept going from there, pretty much.
Which was the first game you played on that?
I think it was Super Mario. It was Super Mario and Duck Hunt. I would play Duck Hunt, and I would just put my gun as close to the TV screen as possible. I immediately cheated on Duck Hunt, like just immediately. I would just put it as close to the screen as I possibly could.
Did you break the TV?
No, I didn't like shove it into the TV. But I would just put it there. I'd be like, oh, if I get closer to the ducks, I can shoot them.
Yeah.
And then I would try to shoot the dog, and it wouldn't work.
You tried to shoot the dog?
I don't know. I was 4. I was an asshole.
I think you're gonna lose some followers.
Can I swear on this?
One. I've sworn already. Have you not heard me?
Oh, I don't know. It's all white noise to me.
You can swear.
Well, as long as I can swear, I'm fine.
It's fine. This isn't child friendly. Don't worry about it. Especially if you're gonna go shooting dogs.
I was gonna say no. It's apparently not child friendly.
So you didn't really have an influence as so much. It was just kind of your mum bought you a console and it just kicked off from there, basically.
Yeah, I like. Do you have an influence? I kind of don't know who would influence me to play games. I just kind of was given it and was immediately taken into the world and away from mine.
I think you're right. Yeah, I suppose it's more nowadays kids are influenced by their parents because there's a generation of gamers that are now 30s, 40s playing games and they get their kids into it. So it was different then.
Yeah, like my parents like. My dad would go to the arcade every so often, but he never had Atari or whatever the home system would have been at the time. I don't think he ever had that stuff.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, NES was your first console, which was what year? 90?
I mean, it came out. I think it came out in like 84, but I didn't get it till like 91.
I didn't know
Super
it came
NES
out
was
early.
already out, but I didn't. Super NES was already out, I think, but I didn't. My mom was just like, "Yeah, we'll buy him this one."
I mean, they're all the same when you're 4 years old, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just moving a thing.
You don't really notice the differences.
Yeah. It's also funny how you're like better at games when you're. Some games you're better at when you're 4 than now. Like I was better at Mario Brothers when I was 4 than I am now.
Is that just because you're not really thinking about it as a kid?
Yeah, probably because you're not thinking about it and you don't have anything better to do, so you just play the same level over and over again.
You got to get better at it eventually, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I was probably more patient as a kid than I am now, so...
True.
It's fucking Alt F4 everything these days. But, I mean, on that level of things, obviously, the NES is probably one of the first consoles that really kicked off gaming big time, I would suggest. And then you had the PlayStation come out in the early 90s.
Yeah, I made a mistake on that, by the way.
Okay.
I had the choice between PlayStation and Sega Saturn
Right.
as a Christmas present, and I chose the Sega Saturn just because I had Genesis, and that was a mistake. There was Sega Saturn was not a great system.
I never saw one or played one. Can you give us an example of what they had on Sega Saturn?
So Sega Saturn had like I don't know 4 good games on it. It had that game Knights. Do you know about that?
Mm-hmm.
So
Nope.
Knights is like this little like jester looking lady. I think it's a lady.
Okay.
She's kind of wearing like the hat that Dave wears sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And she just flies around and helps this boy and this girl live out their dreams. She's like in their dreams, and there's boss battles, and she flies around. Look it up. It's a good game.
It sounds a bit trippy to me.
It is very trippy. It's a weird game.
Is that your top Sega Saturn game? Is that your favorite?
That one's good. Virtua Fighter. I was a big fan of Virtua Fighter. And then what the hell else was there? There was a Warcraft game on there, and Panzer Dragoon. I don't know if you ever heard of that one.
Nope.
Okay. Good talk.
My knowledge of games back then is obviously very shit.
I was going to ask about that, actually. I'm trying to learn, like, I'm making a lot of new friends, and before I met, like, you guys and some of the other people on the Wii Stream community, I was hosting, like, a trivia contest for video games. It was like a Jeopardy style with sound effects and music and stuff, and I would try to choose people that had, like, a wide game knowledge, and I'm trying to figure out everyone's knowledge now to see if I want to do that again.
I would suggest most are non-existent.
So, like, when did you get started?
PlayStation. Oh wait, no, not PlayStation. It was the feckin' hell. I can't even remember what it was called. It was that good. It was like the rival of the Nintendo Master System.
Oh,
It had Alex the Kid on it.
You started early.
Yeah. And Alex the Kid is the first game I remember quite well. I don't know if you ever saw that, but
I've heard of it. I don't think I ever played it.
no, it was pretty shit.
I think I saw a speedrun of it.
Everyone speedruns things.
Yeah.
We might as well get onto that, to be fair.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I mean, I was going to come to that a bit later, but we might as well mention that now. Obviously, you're big into speedrunning. Big into, is that wrong to suggest?
No, I'm getting big into it.
When did that kick off?
Like 6 months ago.
So the beginning of COVID.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, because of quarantine. I've always been big into speedrunning in terms of watching it. Like, I remember I would do work and like AGDQ. I'm guessing you know about that.
Nope.
Really? Oh, Awesome Games Done Quick.
Just assume I know nothing.
I will always assume that from now on. So there's two big speedrunning conventions for charity every year called Awesome Games Done Quick, or AGDQ.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically just people speedrunning games, and it was in front of an audience. Now it's been over Twitch. But yeah, it's a giant speedrunning convention, and I started watching that and was obsessed with it. Never really thought I could do it. And when this pandemic happened, my friends made me play Resident Evil 7 in VR, just as a thing, like, oh, let's scare the crap out of Bill, and it worked. And after that, I was like, oh, let me see if there's a speedrun of this game, and I watched it, and it seemed very accessible. I was like, oh, I could maybe try this. It's a pandemic. Why not? Let's give it a shot. And really enjoyed it. And our friend Weapon,
mm-hmm.
he also is a big speedrunning guy. We used to talk about speedruns all the time whenever AGDQ happened. And we would be like, oh, did you see that speedrun? It's great. And for some reason, we never did it. I don't know why. I don't know why it took us so long to do it. But yeah, it's been a good time. It's fun to set, I don't know, kind of a challenge against yourself. It's kind of the same, I think, as like someone who tries to beat like a high score or something.
Yep.
You set like a challenge and you try to hit it.
Yeah. So you were interested in speedrunning before, but you just had never done it.
Yeah.
Right.
I never felt like I had the time, and I guess now I do. But but yeah, it's a fun challenge.
So Resi 7 was your first?
Yeah, Resi 7 was my first. Yeah, and then I did. I've only done it for like 3 games. I've done Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2, and Pepsi Man.
Yeah, the most random of the 3.
I wanted to switch it up. I didn't want to just be Resident Evil the whole time.
Which, by the way, people will get a little glimpse of in the intro of this video.
Oh, goody.
One of the clips that Bill gave me, guys, was.
By the way, I like this. I like this big void that's in the middle here.
Careful you don't get sucked into it.
Oh man, I'd like for it to suck me.
Now we stream, we really appreciate that, but anyone else watching would be like, fucking weirdo.
Oh yeah, sorry, random people. Sorry, apologize. That's gonna make no sense.
Can't wait for that to be clipped.
Yeah.
So sticking on the gaming for now, where do you think the evolution of gaming is going to go? It's quite a broad question, but obviously we've gone so far. Can it possibly get any better than we have?
I know. Every time a new system comes out, I'm always like, how many more pixels do you possibly need?
Yeah.
We're already at 4K games now. Like the human eye can only interpret so much. Like, I mean, I don't even know how much higher we can get in graphics. So I try to think. Also, the higher you go in graphics, the more a staff has to work to accommodate that. Like video game staffs would get bigger, which means making games would be more expensive, which means games would be more expensive.
Yeah, it'd be like $100 or £100 eventually.
Yeah, which would be kind of a slippery slope. So honestly, I don't think it should get much more higher until technology can accommodate it. But I think as opposed to, I actually kind of like what the PS5 and the Xbox did, which rather than focusing so far, like graphics haven't been in the games I've seen. Graphics have been nice, but they haven't been that much improved. What's improved instead is the loading speed and the backgrounds and
frames,
the amount of things that can happen on screen, frames, things like that. More quality of life stuff, which I think is good. And also, I think VR is going to grow as the technology improves for VR. VR has been fun, but I think there's still a lot more you can do with it.
Yes, it's very limited at the moment, I think.
Yeah, it's limited, and games have to kind of have like a gimmick in order to accommodate it, because you can't really, like, movement and stuff is difficult in those. But yeah, I think those. I'm sick of seeing games as a service. Like, there's so many games. It's like, oh, you have to dedicate 2 hours of your time a day, and we're gonna keep pushing updates for it. And it's like, I don't have time to play all these games.
Yeah, it's becoming a lot less casual. Because you used to be able to just jump on for an hour and then, go do something else. But now it feels like you got to commit like a whole fucking evening to do stuff to certain games. And it's
every game is a lifestyle now or something.
Yeah, that was actually a better answer than I expected, to be honest. I was expecting you to sort of go, kind of stupid question is that, and then just like move on. But,
no,
I'm impressed.
I took improv. I will yes and anything you say. I will try to make an answer out of it.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm going to throw some real random questions at you now.
Go for it.
So we're going to move away from gaming for now.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to ask you anything super personal. We'll leave that until once recording's finished.
Nightlife.
Just curious, obviously gaming was a hobby as you grew up. Did you have any other hobbies alongside it?
It's a stupid question. What are you talking
like gymnastics or
yeah, this is a gymnast right here. This is the body of a gymnast. So growing up, not really. But after, like, I realized late, like in my 20s, that I could do karaoke pretty well.
Oh yeah, of course.
I started to get more. I was very introverted growing up, so I was like, all right, I'll go in my video game world. I'll go to school, and then I'll go home and I'll play video games. I tried piano a little bit. I'm still trying to learn that, because I would love to do like a little mini concert and learn to play video game songs on piano and that kind of thing. But I've gotten more extroverted as time has gone on, and so I've learned that I was pretty good at karaoke, and I learned that I was okay at improv. I was taking improv classes before the pandemic hit.
If I'm right, improv is just literally they give you a subject and you just have to act it out top of your head. Is that right? Yeah,
they give. Sometimes not even that. Sometimes you just think of an establishing line, and you just come out and you say, "Why the hell did you do that?" And then it's the other person's job to kind of like build on top of that. It's just
right.
It's a good skill, like, because it's listening to each other. You have to listen to the person, and you have to build on top of that. You add more. You both add pieces to each other as time goes on.
I can see you being quite good because you're quite quick thinking, and I can imagine you sort of coming up with stuff pretty quick.
Yeah, it takes time. Like I think anyone should take an improv class just to. You don't necessarily have to be funny, although you're funny, so you'd be fine.
Someone else.
And yeah, no, that I'm looking at that potato emote behind you.
Oh, so yeah, that one. Yeah.
Does that have a name, by the way?
Potato.
Very imaginative. Okay.
Thanks.
Go on.
We'll just move on from that one.
All right.
So this is a food question, and I ask everyone this because everyone loves pizza, right?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Which is your favorite pizza topping? And if you say pineapple, I'll end recording.
I love this thing that happened where if you like pineapple, you're like Satan.
Yeah.
How did that happen? I don't know how that
Because
happened.
it's wrong. Don't put fruit on a fucking pizza.
All right, fine. I don't mind. I don't mind a Hawaiian pizza, but it's not my favorite.
Okay, good.
See, the problem is you'll be disappointed. Like, I'm a disappointing fat guy because I'm so plain when it comes to food. Like with pizza, it's
Just the base.
I kind of just like a cheese pizza, but occasionally I'll have a bacon or linguiça on it or something like that. I don't know if you know what linguiça is, but
Nope.
linguiça is a sweet Portuguese sausage.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Sweet.
It's good.
Never heard of a sweet sausage. No, sweet.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go tweet about it now.
All right, I will see it.
I've never had a sweet sausage before. Is it?
It's pretty good. I don't know how else to describe it other than it's sweet. It's not like sugar. It's just oh god, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like sausage with a tinge of sweetness to it.
Sounds weird. I'm not sure if I'm on board with that one.
I'll send you some linguiça.
Right, that sounds dodgy. We're on this because when we were watching Bio cook pizza yesterday. Shout out to Bio. And he did a Detroit style with the sauce like just plopped on top.
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. So I live in Rhode Island. I don't mind doxing myself there. There's also a lot of Italian places in Rhode Island, a lot of pizza places. And yes, we do have a place that puts the toppings underneath the sauce, which is interesting. Some people like it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And everyone was raving about it, and it's just nah. I don't understand.
Have you ever tried it?
Well, no, I haven't. No, but it just looks weird.
All right. Well, you look weird, and you're fine. So
that's fine. But no one's trying to fucking eat me, are they?
I don't know.
don't when I say that, Bill.
All right, fine, fair enough.
I know it's lunchtime, but fucking hell. So we're gonna move on to some top threes. I always find it interesting, and people struggle with top threes as well. So
you're keeping me on my toes. I like it.
Yeah, fucking go everywhere.
I'm gonna try not to struggle on the top three.
Okay. Well,
I'm just gonna throw even if it's not legit. I'm just gonna throw any.
Don't do that, Bill. I'll beat you up.
All right.
Top 3 films.
Ooh. Okay. We agree on our top one, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah. Good choice.
Shawshank is fucking fantastic. I can't watch it all the time because it's very sad.
Yeah.
Like I can't watch it all the time, but that was one of those movies where if wow, I can't talk. If it was on TV, if it was on TV, no matter where, I would just stop and watch it. Yeah, the next two are kind of tough. I'm gonna say Inception.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a big like sci-fi guy, and I like the idea of dreams and stuff like that.
Isn't it quite confusing?
It is a little confusing, yeah, but I don't think it's that confusing. The most confusing part is there were dreams inside of dreams, and the farther down you went, the slower time went.
Okay.
So, like, there was a dude trapped in a very low layer of dreams, and he'd been in there for like 100 years, but only like a few minutes had passed on the outside. It was very strange.
That does sound
you never saw it?
Weird. I've never sat down to watch it. No, it's long, isn't it?
It's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, you know my attention span.
Yeah, it's true. It's a Nolan movie. He loves like weird big movies with wow and all that stuff in the.
Is that on the back of the case?
Brown is like the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack, he likes like wow. He likes like that kind of like soundtrack.
Sounds like dubstep.
Yeah, I guess I could. Dubstep.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like dubstep.
It's definitely not that. But third, I'm gonna go. See, I'm also a big sucker for Pixar, so I'm gonna say the movie Up.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Quite sad at times.
Yeah, it was between Up and WALL-E. I'm gonna go Up.
So if you were to pick 3 top Pixar films, you'd have Wall-E, Up, and
Wall-E, Up, and probably one of the Toy Stories.
yeah.
Yeah, Toy Story 3 was really good. I still haven't seen 4 yet, but 3 was really good.
Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc.'s a good film.
That's a solid one too.
Even
Pixar's
University.
so good.
Yeah, it's just even as an adult, you can just sit and chill and watch Pixar. It's not like it's like just kids, you know?
Yeah, I remember when I went to see Up. There was such a they just kick you in the balls with that movie right at the beginning. Like I went to see it with my cousin who's she's still much younger than me. She's the same amount younger than me now than she was at that time.
Almost spat my drink out.
Sorry. But no, she was 10 years younger than me, so she was like 11, I think, maybe a little younger. But we went to see it, and there's that part. They don't say it, but you realize that she can't have kids. Do you remember that part?
Not really. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay, but they cut to her in like a I think it was a hospital bed, and she's like, "Oh, we can't have kids," and my cousin's like, "What's wrong with them?" And it's like, oh, I gotta explain to my cousin, my young cousin, that she is infertile, and it's like a bunch of I picture a bunch of parents having to discuss their kids, like, oh yeah, she can't have children.
It's not what you expect when you watch a Pixar film. Have to teach something like that.
No, you want a happy dog or a weird furry thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, did they adopt the weird child at the end or something? I can't even remember.
I think they were friends, but I don't think they. Spoilers for Up, by the way.
If you haven't seen it already, I mean, it's been out 12 years or something.
Yeah. Oh God, has it been that long?
I don't know. I've made that up. It might not be.
It might be. I kind of want to look it up now.
Do it.
Pardon me.
We'll kill some time when you do it.
2009. Oh, fuck me. 11 years. Jesus.
Wasn't a bad guess, was it?
Yeah, no, that was
Look
pretty good.
Big brain. So following on with the top 3s, I actually haven't wrote this one down, but I'm curious. TV series.
Ooh, that's tougher. That's a tougher one. I mean, Breaking Bad obviously is up there.
Yeah.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. After that, ooh, it's so tough. Sherlock was really good.
Okay.
I like Sherlock. See, I don't know a top 3. It's so hard to say a top 3.
There's so many.
I don't know if I'd put Sherlock in my top 3. It's really good though.
I knew I'd stump you with something.
House.
I've never seen that.
I'd probably put up there. It's good. It's an acquired taste, but it's very good. It's one of those each episode starts with someone getting very sick, and they get it wrong for the first 75% of the episode in terms of what the disease is, and then someone says something to House, and he goes, and he realizes what it is. He has an epiphany at the end of every episode. Oh, actually, you masturbated too hard, and now you got this. Or you played with too many crayons, and like these weird epiphanies.
Too many.
I don't know why I
too
said
many
masturbated
what?
too hard.
Too many crayons.
Too many crayons. Just something very obscure.
What's a crayon?
Are you fucking serious? You don't know what a crayon is?
Are you saying crayon?
Crayon, yeah.
Yes. I know what a crayon is. Yes. Not a fucking crayon.
A crayon.
Don't start the accent, Bill.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
I have the power to kick you out.
I have crayons in my garage.
Garage, yes. I almost said, when you say garage, you're all just weird. All of you.
Wow, that's racist. I don't know. I'm kidding.
Top 3 bands / artists.
Ooh. Now this one I'm terrible at because System of a Down is my favorite.
Okay, that was easy.
That was my rebellious band when I was like 12, 13.
You still rebelling now, or?
Oh yeah, I hate everything.
Yeah, that's good.
Good. Yeah, it's great. It gets tougher after that. I don't really like. I usually listen to a couple songs from each band.
Mm.
I guess Muse would be up there. Muse is good.
Good choice.
Was it you that saw a concert of them? No, that
No.
was Mudge, wasn't it? That was Mudge.
Yeah, I don't know.
What did you say your first concert was? It was really good.
Sum 41.
That's it. Okay.
My one and only.
Your one and only.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, we're the same. We don't like concerts that much.
No, don't like people, so.
Do you not like crowded places?
It's not that so much. Well, people will piss me off, so I guess not. People piss me. So I went in the supermarket this morning. Someone pissed me off as soon as I went through the door. So I tend to avoid places with people.
That sucks. There's a lot of people out there, Potato.
So I just go to all the quiet places.
Fair enough. You just find I just picture you in a tree.
Just stood underneath it,
No, in it.
Oh, in it.
Not inside of the tree, but up top of it.
All right,
yeah,
okay.
you've climbed it to avoid the people, and you're just lounging on a branch reading a book.
Need to climb higher than that to avoid people.
Yeah, you gotta climb real high.
The moon.
Oh, third band. That's right. That's where.
I forgot we were even doing an interview.
I know. Sorry. Hi. That's tough. I literally don't know.
Is it tough because there's so many, or tough because you don't really listen to many bands?
It's tough because nothing really jumps out at me. Like 5 or 6 songs, and I don't know which one to choose. I'll say Talking Heads.
Okay. I will say, now every now and again your mic is cutting out very slightly. I don't know if it's because you're going too high, or this is very slight cut out. Maybe when you go high in pitch. I'm not sure.
Yep. Let me not go high pitched anymore. I'm going to turn off something.
If you could talk a lot deeper like this, that'd be great.
I will.
It might. I assume it's the NVIDIA broadcast thing. I don't know.
All right, I just turned it off. Hopefully that should be better.
I don't want people to miss out on what you're saying, because obviously you're going to say lots of exciting things.
Oh, thank you.
That was genuine.
I know.
Are you a reader?
I used to be. I'm not so much anymore.
So top 3 books is kind of not worth.
I used to read the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. I don't know if you ever heard that one.
I know Stephen King, but yeah, I don't know the book.
Yeah, I've only read popular either Stephen King, or I read Harry Potter, even though JK is a piece of garbage. And
there you go, JK. Get told.
Hey, if you're watching this,
JK, you knob.
Suck it.
Yeah.
Just suck. Yeah, suck on. Every dick-shaped thing.
I'd like for him to suck me. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, random people. I apologize. Also, JK, I don't apologize. And then as a kid growing up, I read James and the Giant Peach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the classics.
The classics.
That's the kind of shit that they make you read in school. At least they did for me.
Yeah. Although that one I actually enjoyed. Yeah.
And they make you watch the films.
Yeah, they made me They made me read A Wrinkle in Time. Did you ever read that one? So they made me read that at 10 years old, and it's a thing about dimensions and all sorts of sci-fi shit. I remember it hurting my brain. And okay, but it's hard to say if you never read the book, but it's a popular one. Kind
of sounds as confusing as Inception.
Well, I remember one thing they said that could. Okay, so you could picture 2D. 2D is just a line.
Yeah. And
then 3D is a cube. And it's okay, so 4D would be cubing the cube. And then my fucking brain hurt.
That's it. You've had enough and going home.
Yeah, I was gone after that.
So if we move on to the next top 3, this might be a tougher one for you. I'm not sure. Top 3 games.
So my default answer to that one is Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
I haven't played it in a while. I'm actually not sure if it still holds up. It's always hard to choose those because you
Your
nostalgia.
your mic is cutting out there again. By the way, just saying. Just
Shit, I don't know what to do.
have you got like a noise gate or something on, or
No,
oh, okay, maybe it's just your voice.
maybe it hates me. All right.
Carry on.
I will continue to try to talk.
Ocarina of Time. Yep.
Ocarina of Time. You have to balance like nostalgia with like how good the game is.
Okay.
Because some games don't hold up, but when you first played them, you had a feeling of, and you kind of want to like balance that out. So I will say Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
I will also say, Witcher 3 was really good.
Okay.
I think I might put that on the list. And then what else would I put on the list?
It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough to narrow it down to 3.
Sometimes I allow 5, but for you, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, don't give me any leeway. I want no leeway.
What about Lue?
Lue. I'm gonna turn my input sensitivity way up so I don't cut out. Sorry, I was adjusting
Appreciate
audio
it.
at the same time. I'm trying to be a professional.
I'm trying not to be rude by going, oh, your mic's cutting out, but
No, you gotta.
people want to hear you.
Has it been really bad? Like,
No, it's not been
whole
enough
time?
to like cut out exactly what you're saying. It's been the odd word here or there.
okay, fair enough. So then the third game would be. See, I almost want to say Pokemon, but I'm not going to say that.
Why do you almost want to say it, but you're not going to say it?
Because I played it so much. I used to go to like my mom used to work very close to my school, and after school I would like walk to my mom's work with a Game Boy and just play Pokemon. I had like 250 hours in Pokemon Blue or something like that.
Wow.
And by the end, I actually like completely fucked up my game because I did the missing no thing. Do you know about that?
I'm not really a big Pokemon fountain of knowledge, so.
So there was like a specific combination of things you could do to get like to get a glitched Pokemon, and because it was not a real Pokemon, it was called missing no, which stood for missing number. It was a Pokemon essentially that was unidentified. And the max level for a Pokemon is like 100, and it would be a level like 240, but not really. It was fucked up, and it would item duplicate. So I completely fucked up my cartridge. Anyway.
Of course, that's at a time when they can't fix it either. It's not like now when they can just jump in and fix something.
Yeah, no. They couldn't patch a Game Boy game.
No.
Oh, God, what the hell's the third one?
I assume that you got put off Pokemon because you like walked into a lamppost while you were playing it or something.
That would be something I would do. My third one is...
Would explain a lot as well, to be fair.
Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Shut up, interviewer who has to talk.
It's all right when I'm roasting you. You can tell me to shut up.
No, I like being roasted.
Oh.
That wasn't even remotely like kinky. Mine's in the gutter.
Always.
I'll say Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
I like Final Fantasies.
I've played one of them. Did I play 7 or 8 maybe? It was on PlayStation, I think. But have you been big into franchise altogether, I take it?
Yeah, I've played a lot of the Final Fantasies. Weapon's bigger in the Final Fantasy than I am, but I've played a lot of them.
You're playing one now, right? Well, not right now, but I mean...
Yeah, I'm multitasking.
In its present day.
I am playing Final Fantasy 14, which is one of the... So 2 of them are MMOs. That's one of them.
Okay.
I have... me and Weapon were laughing, actually, because we were playing it together. And we both have about 60-something days in that game.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so but we met someone who was very knowledgeable in the game, and we were like, Jesus, how long have you been playing? And he's like, 248 days. And I'm like, Jesus.
Do you go outside?
Yeah. It's like 6,000 something hours. It's bonkers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Did you ever do an MMO?
No, not for me.
No.
That's...
What was the most like? Did you ever play any of those like addicting games like Destiny or like some game that you would have to go on a couple times a week? And
I played Rust for a little while. I presume, I don't know if you've heard of Rust or not, but
I have.
Yeah, that's one of them that's a ball ache, and like you've got to be on it 24/7 if you want to get anywhere, and it's just
because people will take your shit.
Yeah, you'd log off in the evening, log back on in the morning, and your fucking house is gone.
Yeah.
It's a little bit depressing.
Did you have people that you were playing it with?
No, like... I'm a loner, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, didn't have any friends. Still don't.
I'd like to think I'm kind of a friend now.
That's pushing it a little bit.
Yeah, slightly.
But yeah, that was it. That was... MMO-wise, I've never really got into them. I feel like it takes a lot of attention.
Yeah. It's probably good that you haven't.
And yeah, the Final Fantasies, I've just never really got into them, even a single player, to be honest.
They have a good story. If you like building up your characters, levels, and things like that. But yeah.
I mean, I think it's the grind that puts me off a lot of MMOs. Would you say they're all pretty grindy?
Some parts of MMOs, yes, are very grindy. They are very much trying to, because like especially Final Fantasy 14 is a subscription. I believe World of Warcraft is a subscription as well. They're trying to do whatever they can to keep you playing the game as long as possible.
Right.
So there are some things where you're like, yeah, they're forcing you to grind a lot, but I think they've gotten better with that.
So can you play any of it without a subscription? Or is it literally, if you have the subscription, you can play it?
So that game's been out so long now that you'd still have to sign up for an account, but that game's been out so long that if you wanted to play it, you could play a good portion of it right now for free. Like you could play up to like the first expansion that they had for nothing.
Right.
And then if you wanted to continue past that, you would, so you could get tons of hours of playtime for free now for that.
But game. They dangle that carrot just to get you to go further with it, I guess.
Yep, they want you to wander and see all the people with the glowy swords, and I want the glowy sword, and it's like, oh well, you have to subscribe to get the glowy sword.
And they do.
Yeah,
generally.
Sometimes. Sure.
So, the big thing we're here to talk about.
I like your question transition. So,
just shut up and let me ask you a question, Bill.
Where'd you learn that? No, okay, I'm done.
How drunk are you?
It's 11 in the morning. Well, for me, it's noon. I am not drunk.
Well, we started really late because you were faffing for ages. By the way, everyone.
Yeah.
It was faffing, not fapping. Faffing.
Whatever that means.
Let's move on to talking about streaming, because that's what brought us together at the end of the day is Twitch.
True.
I was going to ask what got you into streaming, but I know it was the quarantine and is a way to communicate with your friends, right?
Yeah, it was mostly quarantine, but it was also a weapon. Our friend Zed Weapon Zed, I will say Zed.
Thanks.
He had been streaming a lot on and off, and so when quarantine happened, I was pretty much just playing games by myself, but I was also like watching him stream random games with some other of our We Stream friends. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this looks fun. And I have nothing to do. I'm like, all right, so let me give it a shot. So it was mostly quarantine, and it was a lot of him as well. Okay.
Yeah, because I forget that him and Neek and Nick.
Neek?
I might edit that bit out. and Nick, they both stream before lockdown and all that crap, didn't they?
Yeah, I get why you said that, because it's Nick Pete, so you combined Nick and Pete.
Oh dear. Let's move on. Shut up.
Neek pick.
What are you hoping to achieve from streaming? Do you have any goals like in the future, or are you just happy plodding along?
So I think we've discussed this a little bit. But I will definitely say it again that I used to, when I first started, it was like I used to have the follow bar where it's like, oh, I want this amount of followers and
Don't
I
slag
want
it
this
off,
amount
mate.
of subs.
I've got that. It's probably up there now.
I'm sorry. Everyone follow Potato. Everyone follow. Where's my hand? That's my hand. Follow Potato. I can't point to you.
Don't boop me. Right.
But no, it's so I used to have a lot of stream goals, and then I realized that due to quarantine and just due to the nature of Twitch, the market's very saturated.
Yeah.
There's a lot of streamers, so I started to stop looking at the numbers so much because the numbers disappointed me.
Mm-hmm.
You had some good tweets about that as well, talking about some tips for that. Just looking at the numbers is not fun for me at all. I don't want to do it. Also, when I kind of think about it, it's a strange like ego thing where it's like, oh, not enough people are watching me play video games. Like it's like when you put it that way, it's like, well, am I an egomaniac? What the fuck?
Yeah, like it's like, why are they watching them and not me? What the fuck's that all about, sort of thing?
Yeah.
And
but
I'm
just like the thing of playing video games, like, oh, you need to watch me beat this level. Like it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So that's actually where speedrunning helped me a lot. Speedrunning gave me a goal to hit that wasn't stream related. Like I could do it on stream, and rather than my goal being gain 50 followers, it's do well in this game, and as long as I have a few people to chat with while it's happening, I'm cool with that.
And I imagine that pulled a lot more people into your stream as well.
I think so. Yeah, the speedrunning helped, and the Wii stream stuff definitely helped. I've met a few good. I've met the Derek's. That's 5 followers right there. 5 for 1. 5 immediately. All you gotta do is sit on that chair. Boom, 5 followers.
Sorted.
And their penises are also, so I guess 10 followers.
I wasn't going to talk about their penises, Bill, for fuck's sake.
Again, random people. I'm sorry.
What are you bringing penis into this for?
Uh-huh.
Do you think you'd ever want to get partner?
I would love to, but I never expect it. There's no way it's ever happening. Also, I imagine when I get like a real job again, that will greatly impact my streaming schedule. I'm kind of trying to enjoy and savor this as much as I can.
Yeah.
I love streaming so much that I'm like, oh, like it's impacting my job search. like I'm like, oh, should I look for, I want a remote job, and maybe even like an overnight job, so that I can work during the night, and then in the morning, all my European friends will be on, and I can sleep and blah blah blah. But I imagine when I get a job, that will greatly impact my streaming schedule. But no, I don't think I would ever become partner, at least anytime soon. I don't even know if I would want that.
No, I don't think there's that many perks to it for the. I don't know if you have to particularly change your stream to like be within parameters of Twitch when you're a partner. Like, it must be quite a lot of pressure.
Maybe, yeah, because you're on their schedule more. You have to stream a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
which I don't really have a problem with, but yeah. Also, just the idea of becoming like a big streamer. Like, you go into some big streamer's chat, and it's just walls of random crap. It's just walls of emotes, and I'm like, why are you guys just posting these?
What
this makes
shit?
You just go into a, yeah, exactly. Like, why are you going in here and just putting smiley faces? Like if 100 people came into my stream and posted the Bill thumbs up, I'd be like, why are you doing this? That says nothing to anyone.
I do think that would be, because I much more enjoy streams where you can actually interact with the streamer and the people chatting. And like you say, when you go in a big streamer's chat, it's fucking constantly. And how are you supposed to speak to anyone?
There's no way you or the streamer are ever going to be able to see that.
No. And yeah, I don't get that personally, but I mean,
yeah, as a big streamer, you're almost trained to like ignore chat because you're not going to get anything from it.
Yeah, I'd find that very
I kind of
difficult.
don't even know why you have mods, because it's like, I'm not like, if you see a message you hate, it's gone in half a second. So what do you care?
Right? Yeah, it's a strange old world, Twitch. Sometimes it intrigues me.
Yeah.
So we've kind of spoke about what got you into Twitch. Obviously, you were viewing Twitch before you got into it. Was that just Weapon, or were you watching any others, or like?
It was mostly just Weapon. Yeah, I had a few other friends that I was aware of that did Twitch, but very, very sparingly. It was Weapon. It was Nick, Neek, as you like to call him.
Fuck off, mate.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. But no, I and it was a few. I actually like watching Guitar Hero streamers.
Okay.
There are people that play not Guitar Hero, but it's called Clone Hero now. It's a PC version of the game, and it's gone to like a whole new level, like where they're insane. But I like watching people try to conquer those songs.
I presume you've played a lot of Guitar Hero in your day, have you?
I have, but I'm not incredibly good at it.
Okay.
I've played a lot of Guitar Hero and Rock Band, but I'm not as good at it. I'm not even close to what those streamers are. It's insane.
Some people are freakishly like just how they do it so quick.
There's a lot of like two-handed stuff now. Like
really?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Sometimes they're strumming with their elbow and using two hands on the fucking fretboard. I look like I'm playing like a flute or something.
I might have to make that the thumbnail. Thank you for doing it again and again, because that means I can capture the thumbnail.
No problem. Yeah, you want to go? Yeah.
But you might do it again then, wouldn't you? It doesn't like you're tickling a giant man's balls.
Giant man's balls. Well, I look forward to that Photoshop.
I can't wait for that to be photoshopped. So your first game you streamed was Resi 7, right? The VR, you said?
No. The first game I streamed, oh god. The first game I streamed was like some weird PS4 RPG called Odin Sphere. It was streamed directly from my PlayStation.
Okay.
Because I didn't have any gear back then. And yeah, I occasionally like two people would show up and it was like, oh hi, and that was it. Odin Sphere is actually fun. It's a like 2D action RPG, and you gain health and experience by eating food.
Makes sense.
So there was a lot of cool recipes and stuff in it.
Okay.
The food looked pretty good. But yeah, from there I did like Control, and I was a variety streamer at that point. So I was doing like Control and Getting Over It, and at one point I did a Link to the Past randomizer, and I had like a condition like, oh, if I beat it in this amount of time, or if I don't beat it in this amount of time, I will play a scary game.
Right.
And Resident Evil 7 VR was the choice, and that kind of kickstarted things from there.
Sure. Did you ever get over it, by the way?
I did, yes.
Did you finish it?
I did, yeah. It took 11 hours, I think.
What?
Yeah.
You're such a show-off, man.
Wait, what? Did you do it?
I played it for like half hour.
Okay, so what do you mean to show? You got to put some time into it.
Fuck that! It was pissing me off.
Yes, it does that.
It's frustrating.
I love watching people play that game.
It's horrible.
Weapon and Mosher, I think, both finished it, and they did it faster than I did.
Of course, they did.
Fucking,
let's not talk about Mosher here. Fucking hell.
No, cut that part out. Cut the part out where we say, actually bleep it.
Bleep Mosher every time we say Mosher. Fucking Mosher. I won't bleep out the swear. I'll just bleep his name out.
Yeah. Fucking bleep.
No, I'm quite impressed actually. 11 hours or less is quite good for that game because it's quite a frustrating game. And any time I got through back to the fucking beginning, that was it. I was about to alt F4 again, basically.
Yeah, there's one section of the game where you just keep falling down in the same pit over and over and over again, and it's a struggle to climb back up there. There are some clips of me, I think, like throwing a mouse. I think I did throw my mouse at one point. Not like I didn't like fling it, but it was more just like fuck this, and I just threw it like behind my head or something.
Understandable because it's fucking annoying, and the bloke that narrates it as well, he can go fuck himself. So this is probably obviously where you're not working currently is probably not as much of an issue for you. But how do you juggle real life and streaming? I mean, you've been streaming since you haven't had a job, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you haven't really had to do that?
I haven't had to do much juggling, no. And I, it's gonna be curious to see, because the market's starting to come back. I've been very fortunate that I haven't been like financially. I've been financially okay while this thing has been going on.
Well, you are a millionaire, so.
Oh yeah, so loaded, dude.
You live in a mansion and everything.
God, I green screened so you can't see all of the hookers behind me.
It took you like half an hour to go to the toilet the other day.
Yeah,
so far away.
When you have a giant gold toilet that you have to climb a ladder to reach, it takes time.
What about the days where you're not really feeling streaming? Have you ever had those?
Yeah, and so it is okay to cancel. I think it is okay to cancel it. It is nice to have a schedule. I do feel a little guilty when I do it, but there are also times where it's like, I'm not feeling this, and I've done it anyway. And sometimes if like either the game's fun or chat's really fun, it can like bring you back.
Yeah. Like
there was a Resident Evil stream I was doing, I don't know, sometime last week, and I was sucking at the speed run, and I was like, I'm not feeling this. I don't really know if I want to keep going. And then the chat turned into some, you know how our chats go, where it turns into some weird deprived, weird ass conversation.
Really?
Yeah, no. Nah, kind of. And it kind of brought me back. Like it perked my spirits back up. So.
Okay. So, I mean, you don't cancel many streams, to be fair. I know we've just come off the back of a couple of days, but being unwell, you can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
But you seem to be pretty good with that sort of thing.
Yeah, I try to keep the schedule.
So it kind of goes into the same thing. Have you had many troubles with streaming? Any troubles you run into? I suppose it could be technology-wise or people being dickheads in your stream.
Technology-wise, a little. You just saw it when we tried to do this. I was faffing or whatever the hell you said.
Yeah, he was fapping.
In terms of dickheads, no, not. I've been pretty fortunate. I do have a few. I will say, not to get too sexist here, but I see a lot of female friends that have much more trouble with that than I do.
I think that's well known. To be fair,
it is well known. I don't want to. It's a thing. And when I see people deal with that, I'm like, okay, well, I've got it pretty easy. Not too many dickheads. With speedrunning, occasionally you'll get someone that comes in and tries to really like, if they speedrun it too, they try to backseat you a little bit too much.
Yeah. And
I hate backseat gaming. Some people are fine with it. I like to figure it out a little bit.
Yeah.
At one point I was playing Mega Man X. Just I wanted a different stream. And I was like, I'll just play through Mega Man X. I'm not like super good at the game, but I was like, I'll just play through it. And some dude showed up and was like, oh, use this on this. And I was like, I think at one point I literally said, oh, I'll just hand you the controller and you can play it. Because at some point it's just like, come on, let me at least figure it out a little bit.
Yeah, people are big fans of doing that, aren't they? And it's frustrating, especially when you know what you're doing as well. It's probably even more annoying. But I fucking know.
But I think I try to remind myself that Twitch is also a place where a lot of like young kids go.
Mm.
And even if you list your stream as an adult stream, they can still hop on there.
Yeah.
And I was socially awkward when I was 15. So, socially awkward folks are going to show up, and you just kind of have to deal with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's right. You show a bit of patience, but it's if they carry it on, then you got to do something about it, right?
Yeah. And luckily, some of our WeStream friends are mods, and Mayhem, our favorite mod,
the one that times me out every 5 minutes.
Yep, that I told her to do. No, no, they've been pretty good about watching my back.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it helps when you have people you actually know IRL as moderators. Is there anything you would do differently? We've spoke about obviously not looking at numbers. That's obviously a big one. Anything else?
I mean, the only thing I would do differently, the only thing that I could say I would do differently is I regret that I didn't get into it a long time ago.
Okay.
Like I wish, like I see people like PewDiePie and stuff, and I'm like, oh, why didn't I get into? Not that I want to be like PewDiePie, but it's like, why didn't I get into that YouTube stuff like a long time ago? It's probably because I didn't have the equipment and I couldn't really afford the equipment. But it's like, oh, if I had saved up and actually got the equipment, it's like, oh, I could have been maybe something more when the market wasn't as saturated.
Yeah.
Same thing with Twitch. It's like, oh, I love playing video games, and I love, like, it's kind of a performance. I like kind of performing.
Entertaining, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I could have gotten into this years ago. Even when I had a job and stuff, I could have been doing it.
I mean, because Twitch used to be Justin TV, right? I think. And then someone bought it out.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the history of it, to be honest with you.
But you could imagine being one of them people that first started streaming when it was like Justin TV. And that's right place, right time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like you say, if it was 10 years ago and you started 10 years ago, who knows where you'd be now?
Yeah, exactly.
But hindsight, fantastic thing, isn't it, really?
What about you?
What was my question?
If you could do anything different.
Honestly, for me, it's just about the numbers. That was something that brought me down quite a lot. I think I spoke about it before on a previous one of these, and I had like months break because of that. Because I focused so much on the fact that I had like 1 or 2 people in stream, and I was guilty of, well, why are they watching them? Why is no one watching? And feeling sorry for myself and shit like that. And yeah, I would fucking cut all that shit out if I could start over, because it's not healthy. It's not a healthy place to be. Yeah.
Now when I stream, I click the little hide thing so that I hide the amount of viewers, and every so often I will reveal it, and like even now I'm still guilty of like revealing the number at some point, and I'm like, why the fuck did I why
Yeah,
don't reveal the number. What are you doing, you jackass?
I mean,
I also wish
sorry, go ahead. Karen.
I also wish I could hide like the amount of followers I have. Like whenever I go to my channel and I want to like make a highlight or something like that, I have to see the number of followers, and every so often you lose 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? I don't want to see this number. I don't want to question, oh, why did this person stop following me? Like, obviously, I know from my own perspective, I've unfollowed people just because I watched them a couple times and that was it. They were playing some game I like, and that was it. It's like, or they were part of a raid that one of my friends did, and I'm just not feeling it. Like, I know that's legit reasoning, but still, I don't want to see. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, no, I get it. And I think a lot of the unfollows are bots anyway, half the time. For the amount of time it's happened, as to me and everyone else, I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird question, I suppose, in a way. It's like raiding at the end of the stream. Obviously, it's not a big deal, but have you got a thought or insight into how you decide who to raid? Have you ever raided random people before? And has it backfired? Yeah. Because it can backfire.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's become easier now that we have more friends to raid. I think it's gotten a lot easier. But every so often, I still try to mix it up and find some random folks. Like either And so I think I've learned by. I think now I look at the thumbnails a lot more carefully.
Oh god!
If I see a stream that looks like remotely professional, I will be much more likely to raid than if it's just some like weird looking stream.
Yeah. Like
there
yours.
have been there was a time where I raided someone and they were just like, I don't know if they were drunk. I don't know what the deal was, but they were like, it was just like a lot. They're like, yep, all right. Like, it was, and I'm like, I am so sorry, everybody.
Like, thanks for the raid, buddy.
Yeah. Like, just like that. Or you raid someone that, like, we're all guilty of this, I think. We all think our sound effects are funny.
Yeah.
And then, like, you raid someone and they have their sound effects. It's just like, what a woo-hoo! Or like, blah, blah, blah. And to them, it's so funny. But to random people, it's just like, what the fuck is happening on this stream?
Yeah.
Every time like one of our weird sound effects plays or one of our weird inside jokes, I'm like, am I alienating 5 people right now? Like,
you do wonder. I mean, I did have a raid once.
This has been in years the "I'd like to let him suck me" song. Are they just gone?
Well, that's it. I had a raid come in once where that was playing in the fucking background.
Yep.
So I totally get what you mean on that. But at the end of the day, like, these are for the people that are already there. If it really scares 1 or 2 people away, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, and also the people that do stick around, if they like that amount of chaos, then that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I like people that like just streaming chaos, so they're more likely to be a friend anyway.
It's better for them to know what to expect straight away.
Yeah.
Not like
lulled in
false sense of security, and then Bill comes in with the derricks and it's fucking hell lets loose.
Yep. Exactly.
So, on the flip side of raids, have you received giant raids, and how do you respond to them? Have you like sort of been caught unawares and like not really reacted well?
So the biggest one I ever got was like 50 people once. I was playing Papers, Please, and like some lady raided me, and I don't really it doesn't scare me that much. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens if I ever get like hundreds of people in a raid.
Yeah.
But no, it never really scares me because I know that most of the people are just hopping off now, I don't know. All you can really do is just continue to be yourself.
Just carry on what you're doing. Yeah.
It's a little hard because you're feeling pressure.
Yeah.
But I try to put it in perspective. I don't know why I would feel pressure. Like it's not going to help me. And it's just pressure because more people are watching me, even though people were already watching me. Like those people are either going to leave or they're not. And so what's the pressure? Like, I have to act really cool now so that I'll get 10 follows. Like, I don't know.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that necessary. But no, I've never gotten a giant raid.
Okay.
Have you?
Biggest I got was from Moon Runes when he did his 24-hour. It was like 100 people-ish.
Jesus.
And that threw me off a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I actually played a video and then just went and composed myself for a couple of minutes. I put on like my Be Right Back video. I was like, right, I'll be back in a minute. The utter professional I am.
Hey, that BRB video is a good advertisement, though. It's a good video.
Well, it could be one way or another, couldn't it? Be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Sure.
So my line of questioning is done. Is there anything you'd like to add? Is there any like you got any shout outs to people that might be watching or anything like that? Or
well, actually, I'd like to ask you. How did you find the WeStream stuff?
As in, how did I come across the Discord?
Yeah,
I raided Choco, as per a viewer suggested Choco to me, so I raided over to her.
Oh, so you hadn't met Choco at that time?
No. She was playing she was playing a game where she was fishing for limbs.
I remember that one.
So it was quite an experience to check someone out for the first time while they're fishing for limbs.
She has found multiple fucked up fishing games. Very strange.
It was an interesting experience, to say the least.
Yeah.
And then, it just went from there. We just became friendly, and she invited me in. And it all kicked off from there. Simples,
and
really.
I'm glad. Like, some people hop into that Discord, and I don't know. I feel like we're all saying so much stuff that it can potentially alienate somebody. But you immediately hopped in and was like, same sense of humor and stuff. And I'm glad it's like worked out for some people, and making new friends has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been really good. It's been the positive side of what's been going on this year. So it's it all fell into place nicely.
It did.
But if you've got nothing else to add, man, thank you so much for taking part.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
I'm sure for the people watching the watch party on Twitch, they'll be roasting the fuck out of you probably through this whole hour. So you sure you ain't got nothing to say to those people?
Fuck you, everybody. No, I love you all.
I love it. Great stuff, man. Thank you so much. And
absolutely.
I'll got to work out who my next victim is after today.
Ooh.
You
put up a poll or something.
Oh, I shouldn't I? That's not a bad idea. Good one, Billington. But
Thank you.
So yeah, until next time, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and take it easy. Say bye, Billington.
But take it easy.
Fucking hell.